Hello, my name is AJ, and I will be giving an ADS speech today on how celebrity deaths and social media can be influenced. Let's first start out. I want everybody in this room to ask yourself, how many times have you been scrolling through the internet, social media, whatever it is, and you read an article, you believed it, and you stuck with it? If you've answered constantly, consistently, a lot of times, what in the world is wrong with you? Basically, social media is produced with fake news. Mostly fake news. News outlets rarely show credentials and resources from their evidence that they provide. Basically, social media and news outlets are created to confuse people who know the truth and who don't know the truth. For example, Kobe and Gigi Bryant's helicopter crash. Unfortunately, Kobe and Gigi Bryant were in a helicopter crash early 2019. It was sad. It really was. But do you guys know any of the other 7 members of that helicopter crash? You don't? Well, guess what? The reason why is because social media put out those high influence and high known players and his daughter and never really talked about those 7 other people. Those 7 other people definitely deserve to have their own recognized the same way as Kobe and Bryant and Gigi Bryant did. It's pretty sad that the world does that these days. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's this club called the Bohemian Club. The Bohemian Club is consisted of 2,700 members on a 2,700 acre lot. So, how does that link with social media? Well, there are many conspiracy theories about the Bohemian Club. One is that there is an owl-shaped statue that is set on fire, and they perform songs around it wearing these funny costumes. Is that true? We don't know because it's very high in security. It's almost so impossible to get into and look to what you need to look at, almost like Area 51. It's that highly secured. So another club that I'm going to be talking about is the 27 Club. The 27 Club is basically just a club where celebrities are pronounced dead at the age of 27. It's pretty weird that the Bohemian Club has 2,700 members and the 27 Club, it has its own age club. There's no 28 Club, 24 Club, 35 Club, stuff like that. So, do you guys think the Bohemian Club and the high influential powers of those men influence the younger generation of those 27 clubs? People? I personally think that all granddaddy of everybody is the Illuminati. The Illuminati. It's so controversial. We all know about it. But going into the 27 Club. Like I said, the 27 Club is produced with John Lennon and Janis Joplin. I don't know if you guys heard, but there's this famous rapper by the name of Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD died at the age of 21. In one of his songs, Legends, there are a couple lyrics that are pretty eerie. One is that he mentions that, what is the 27 Club? We ain't make it past 21. It's kind of odd that he died as well as the same day as John Lennon. Obviously not the same year, but the same day, December 8th. Pretty funky. Now, with Juice WRLD, he was on a flight to Chicago from on his tour, and unfortunately he had a seizure. With that seizure, on that flight, he had multiple drugs, weapons, and other things like that. Could it have caused it? We don't know. But the fact that he predicted his own death is pretty funky. I don't know about you, but I personally believe that he did predict his own death and he intentionally killed himself. Unfortunately, it was sad, and he was an inspiration to actually many other young influencers like me. I personally listen to his music and stuff like that. Now, going into the Bohemian Club, like I said before, the Bohemian Club is consisted of 2,700 members and on a 2,700 acre lot. It is in the middle of the forest, which is also highly secured. If you guys didn't know, there is also a 15-year waiting list, or actually till someone dies. Members of this club include Richard Nixon and Mark Twain. Do you see that they're so powerful? Everybody knows Mark Twain and Richard Nixon being the president. So, do you guys think that these influencers in the Bohemian Club influence these 27 Club? I keep asking that, and I want you guys to really think about that, and how I mentioned about the Illuminati. So let's also talk about the Illuminati. The Illuminati, with the eye and the triangle, and also it being on the dollar bill, because that Does that also influence rappers and celebrities? Because all rappers and celebrities mostly talk about money, wealth, fame, and stuff like that. Pretty weird. So overall, we've talked about the 27 Club, the Bohemian Club, and how social media influences stuff like that. So with that being said, do I believe that the Illuminati, the granddaddy of them all, is controlling all this stuff? The 27 Club? Honestly, I don't know. No one really knows. Where do we all stand with this? Also, shout out to Tupac Shakur. He unfortunately died at the age of 25 from obviously the gun accident with the all famous Notorious B.I.G. So appreciate you, Tupac. Even though you made it, didn't really make it. Shout out goes to you. It's just so controversial because, as you guys know, with the Bohemian Club, they're just high, powerful members. If you guys didn't know, Walt Disney is very famous. He basically is Walt Disney, and he made with Walt Disney World and so many other films. Did you guys know that his Snow White film was basically inspired by the Bohemian Club? Let me explain. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Did you guys know the dwarves have certain items that they possess, such as a chair? The chair is actually made from an owl shape. Like, this shape is the owl of the burning statue that is burned at the Bohemian Club. Pretty funky, like I said. It's all just so much information that we try to contract into these two clubs that we really don't know about. There's so many things out there that provides fake news and real news and credentials and resources, evidence, whatever it is. It's just very odd. So I appreciate you guys for coming out today and listening to my ADS speech, and I appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you.